In our college here, we've got 25 guys from England and from further afield, and I think each and every one of us has a different story. But for me, I was brought up Catholic in a Catholic family and spent my whole life in the church. And from a very early age, I think I've had an awareness of some sort of call to, perhaps at first I didn't know what, but through my teenage years especially, and as I got older, really just a realization that, you know, God, as he does for everyone, had a plan for me. And at first that was scary, and I thought, you know, sort of tried to resist and follow my own path and, you know, follow my own will. But more and more I realized, yeah, no, God has a plan for me, and if it's what God wants, then I can't say no to that. And if it's what God wants, it's what will be the best for me and bring me that fulfillment and the happiness and the joy that he's got in store for me. God has a plan for each and every one of us, and that plan doesn't always match up with what our plans for our lives are. And there are so many saints and so many holy people whose lives have taken a route that they absolutely didn't expect. So really, I think the most important thing for everyone in prayer and in faith to listen to God and to really discern not just what I want or what I think is best for me, but what God has in store, because it's that will bring so much fulfillment and so much greater joy than we can even imagine. You know, the last few years have been difficult for us all in terms of the pandemic especially. And I think that this last year, really, I've been thinking of all the things that I think before the pandemic we took for granted. Our friends and our families, even things like the sacraments and the Mass, the things that we're just used to having that were suddenly taken away from us. My hope for the coming year is to be able to not just take for granted all the gifts that God gives us, God gives me, but to really make the most of all of the opportunities, all of the great graces and the gifts that we have.
Perhaps we can finish, if you don't mind, leading us with the Hail Mary in Italian.
Nel nome del Padre, del Figlio e dello Spirito Santo. Amen.
Amen.
Ave o Maria, piena di grazia, il Signore è con te. Tu sei benedetta fra le donne, e benedetto è il frutto del tuo seno, Gesù. Santa Maria, Madre di Dio, prega per noi peccatori, adesso e nell'ora della nostra morte. Amen.